Hi, everyone. It's Candice Ruggiero, and welcome back to another episode of Love Speaks, where we lead with heart and speak life into the world around us. There are certain topics that don't just come up in conversation, they show up in the way we live, the way we raise our kids, the way we see people who are different from us. And tonight, I want to dive into one of those topics. It's global compassion. Growing up in the Philippines, I was surrounded by a culture rooted in community, kindness, and resilience. Later, moving to Australia and traveling to so many other places opened my eyes to just how diverse and yet connected we all are. The languages, the traditions, the ways we express love or deal with pain. They may look different, but at the core, we're all human. So let's take a moment and ask, what is global compassion? To me, global compassion is not just feeling sorry for someone living across the world who's suffering. It's the intentional practice of empathy, respect, and action that crosses borders. It's that conscious choice to care, even when someone's story, skin, struggle, or language isn't like yours. It's love that doesn't need a passport. Now, more than ever, we need global compassion. You see, the world is hurting in so many ways, from wars and displacement to natural disasters, racial injustice, and refugee crisis. We see families torn apart, people risking their lives for safety, children growing up without access to clean water or even education. And yet, through all of this, the common thread is still hope and the desire to be understood and loved. Here in America, we live in a place that is rich with diversity. And I just don't mean that as a statement. I see it as a deep truth and a strength. Diversity isn't something to tolerate, it's something to celebrate. It's what makes America work. The food, the music, the languages, the traditions. All of these come from people who brought their culture here with them. America, in many ways, is a small world in itself. We are a collection of people from every corner of the globe coming together, building something greater. And that is what gives this country its strength and power. People come to America for different reasons: safety, freedom, opportunity, education, and better life for their families. And instead of seeing that as a burden or something negative, we should see it as something to be proud of because America has the ability to change lives. Our diversity is not our weakness, it is our superpower. It proves that different people can coexist, thrive, and build something lasting together. You see, I truly believe that if America can make this melting pot work, if we can live alongside different cultures, languages, and beliefs and still stand united, then we're not just setting an example for our country, we're setting an example for the world. When I moved to Australia, I struggled at first with the cultural differences, the slang, the driving, the unspoken social cues. It all made me feel like an outsider. But the more I opened myself to learning, to listening, and the more I was welcomed in, that made me want to do the same for others. And that's when compassion became more than a word. It became a way of life. As an educator, a mother, a speaker, and just a woman walking this earth, I try to live global compassion every day. Back when I was teaching, I used to show my students books that reflected different cultures and voices, stories that celebrated diversity. But then the school I was in banned those books. And to be honest, I think that's horrible. But that's just my opinion. But I truly believe that taking culturally motivated books away from children is taking away their chance to understand and connect with the world. We can't raise globally compassionate kids by keeping them in a bubble. Here's what global compassion looks like in my life now. I choose to expose myself and my children to stories, books, and media that highlight different cultures and perspectives. I support businesses that give back globally or employ artisans that from developing nations. I make time to talk to my children when they were younger about why someone might wear, let's say, a yarmulke, speak with an accent, or celebrate a different holiday. I correct moments when we joke at something we don't understand. And instead, I ask, what can we learn from this? Because compassion isn't always natural, it's taught, it's modeled, it's built through intentional exposure to differences. Now, how can we begin practicing global compassion? I have some few simple but powerful ways. First, start with curiosity. Instead of reacting to what's unfamiliar, ask questions, listen to someone's story, open a book, watch a documentary from another culture. Second, and for me, this is important, speak kindly about cultures and communities, especially in front of your children, because kids are always listening. The way you speak about others teaches them how to treat others. Third, let's support global causes in even the smallest ways, whether it's donating, volunteering, or simply raising awareness. Your voice matters. Fourth, let's connect globally, because thanks to technology, we're more connected than ever. Join a cultural exchange, follow international voices on social media, or even share your own culture with pride. Five, celebrate and don't just tolerate. We often hear the word tolerance used when it comes to differences. But let's go further. Let's celebrate what makes us unique. Six, probably the last for tonight, be proud of the diversity around you. If you're living in a country like America, take pride in the fact that that this place reflects the whole world. Let's show the world what's possible when compassion, understanding, and collaboration lead the way. And here's a big one: acknowledge your own biases. Because you know what? We all have them. Compassion grows when we're honest about where we might be holding back love and choosing to open those spaces anyway. You see, the world doesn't need more opinions, it needs more understanding. And understanding starts with compassion. Because I truly believe that love is the most universal language we have. It's the one thing that transcends geography, race, politics, and religion. And when we allow love to lead us in our conversations, in our parenting, in our giving, and in our everyday decisions, we begin to shift the world one heart at a time. So let's be those people, the ones who look beyond borders, the ones who teach our children not just to be kind, but to be globally kind, the ones who believe that even if we can't change the whole world, we can change someone's world. From my heart to yours, and from your horizon to the world's, may we continue to speak about love loudly, live it boldly, and let compassion be our global language. And until the next time, remember, love speaks, even across oceans. Have a good night.